What do we got this time? We got ourselves Gone Q. Gian. Oh! Governor. That's the guy called Governor. Yeah, I don't even know what to call him. Gian, good night. Good night, sleep tight. Where's Thick Druid in the opener? What else we got? A team blue. We got ourselves Cryzer, we got Lonoa, we got ourselves Shadow, and we got ourselves Zooey. Hopefully he's gonna go last because he's just gonna play Derek's by on team red. We got ourselves Dead. We got ourselves Ghost Rider, Punchy, and Gun. Good Night is actually going to go Good Night in a bit. As Thick Druid is actually doing a lot of damage. How am I missing this one? Oh my god, he just obliterated that warrior, and I missed that. I missed him obliterating a warrior. I'm so bad at these. God, dude. Good Night literally goes Good Night. Next up is going to be Dead though. Where's Thick Druid? Stun coming down off the bat as Thick Druid went big dams right there. That's going to be Rad, my man. Oh my god. Oh, Red, can we get a hashtag Red in there? Showing appreciation for the wonderful donation, my man. Thank you so much, my dude. Appreciate you, my man. I don't know why it was so slow on the thing. It's slow on the pickup. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you, my guy. That's gonna be a medic advantage for Dead. As long as Thick Druid can maintain the dots onto Thick, he'll be fine. Looks like it looked like he power shifted that Maldic for a second, but he didn't. It just like the actual effect happened a little bit later. Does get himself a Thorns up and running. Trying to see if he can catch up to Dead. Big heals coming up for Dead. As Thick Druid did get himself a big Surge in there. I guess it was a massive crit. That's gonna be Dead, full of cooldowns. Thick Druid, not a lot of health working right now. Does get himself a Bark skin. Ah. I really do hate myself for missing his duel versus the warrior. I decided, you know what? I'm gonna introduce all the other boys and Good Night, one Good Night. And now it's gonna be Dead versus Thick Druid. And Thick Druid already dead. Savior bringing a trap up. He's just trying to get the bleeds up and running on the Dead. Dead is gonna get himself some range from him. Gonna be able to get the Serpent Sting and the pet up and running in there. Shadow Xavier. I keep calling him Shadow Slayer, but it's Shadow Xavier. Trying to get some distance covered to Dead. Stun coming out. Gonna be a trinket that he gets forced out. Dead is gonna be able to abuse the fact that he trinketed just now. Bash coming in. Dead trinkets out of it. Still maintaining his health. Another freezing trap, and is gonna be able to consistently take off those bleeds that Xavier does put down on him. Xavier freezing trap right now, but he's going to be able to catch himself a reset. Not going to happen. Does run to trap to fall off that. Gets those Swiftman into a rejuve. That's probably going to keep him afloat for a bit. Then is just going to use this pillar just to kite him through every single trap. For Xavier, it could be even a good idea to maybe get Dead out in the open, which he does. Roots him out in the open. Dead is going to get himself a defensive rolling right now. Walking it out for Xavier so he can get the dots up and running. Dead not going to have that medic advantage for a bit longer. Dead is looking for another CC chain onto Xavier right now so he can get a full re-heal. Does he run into it? Does run in, and Medic Bet is going to go from that. Xavier needs to be aware that that's the strategy that is going to go for him. Reducing his heal right now, getting all the bleeds right now. Why he doesn't have that heal is going to be the best option right now. Bash comes out. Xavier doesn't have a lot of cooldowns to work out as he's just setting up those dots onto Dead. Does get a free a root to follow. It's going to be Eagles flying. Harpoon to follow. Not letting Xavier catch a reset. And Dead snipes him out. Lonoa is up next as a Demonology Warlock. Got the imps, got the fell demons and everything. For that, it might actually be kind of a tough challenge to work with. The pets are going to run through OECC, like freezing traps and such. And it's going to be kind of hard to catch any kind of heals with those pets all constantly attacking you. Does get a root onto the other pet though. Hitting Lonoa for a moment. Gonna get put out in the open though with demons attacking him. Hannah go down is gonna come out though. Is gonna summon a randomized demon as well to just start attacking Dead. Is gonna get the demon dogs in there. Gonna slow him down for a bit. The imps are gonna try to do whatever damage they can while they have line of sight of Dead. Is gonna circle around to Lonoa. It's gonna be reflect for Lonoa in case a freezing trap was gonna come out. Summon demonic tyrant coming out right now. Dead is gonna juke out of there, trying to get away from the tyrant. Guess where Lonoa needs to put himself on the other side. Dead needs to be avoiding the tyrant ASAP. Trying to avoid the tyrant is gonna land inside him so he doesn't get a cast in there. And that's gonna be a Fell Lord on the other side. Does get a stun in the open. Tyrant, get it to clap him for a little bit. Actually doing quite a bit of damage though. Dead does survive the onslaught, does get him a faint death for a second. The pets need to be put at dead right now. The pets need to be attacking him right now. Otherwise, medic better zook him out. Doesn't get the full duration of that. Lonoa is looking pretty bad on health. Does get a few cast into dead. Wall coming out. Trinkets out of it. Into a horror effect on dead. Trinkets out of it. Doesn't land the fear. Doesn't land the fear as Hennigal is going to connect with him. Needs to get more of the pets over there. Does get the demon dogs in. That's going to be his Felguard, Doom Lord. Getting hit into a trap, but the other demons are doing a fair bit of work. Lonoa is going to summon, I think, another demon in there. Maybe resummon a pet. But that doesn't look that good right now. All the pets are actually doing so much work on him. Does get a faint death for a moment. Freeze the trap to follow. Is going to send more pets in there. Doesn't get the long duration of that manic bandage. Turtle shelling over on the other side as Lonoa does send a demon bolt at him. That is not looking that good right now. Wants to get himself a full reset. Does he land the camo? He does land the camo, which is really good for him. Could maybe go for a camo, a manic bandage wombo combo together. But he's doing just fine. Lonoa needs to find him ASAP. I would have went for the eyes immediately if that happened, because that is going to be able to get a lot of that health. Looks like the pet somehow... How did Lonoa know where to send the pet? It actually walked up next to dead for a second. Weird. Lonoa's pet is going to get trapped up for a moment. Does land a horror effect on the dead as he has cooldowns up and running. Going to get a defensive early stun coming on to Lonoa. Does Lonoa maybe get a stun on the dead? Does land the stun on the dead. Letting the pet spin for a bit. Malik to follow onto dead right now. Now going to be able to get whatever heals he's going to get. Faint death coming in. Freezing. That's going to be reflect for Lonoa though. I guess in case dead was going to freeze and trap him. That's going to be Tyrant trying to come out for Lonoa. Is he going to be able to get one up and running though? Drain life onto dead. Does he land the Tyrant? Now they go down into a Tyrant right now. The Tyrant is going to buff all the pets right now. Magic bandages are coming out for dead. This pet is actually trapped up. The Felguard is trapped up. Sun coming out. Tyrant is up in his face. He's going to send one cast into him. Not going to get the other though. Unless the second stun holds him in place long enough. He's going to get the second cast in there. That's going to be a Fel Lord on the other side. That is going to faint death for a moment. Does get the Smogus bites in there. Had to juke out the pet's AI for a moment with a nice quick faint death in order to see if he can make it happen. Does get hit by the Fel Lord even after Lonoa is dead. The Fel Lord is the champ right now. Dead actually got taken out by the Fel Lord as it tried to escape. Cries are not going to happen. What just happened? Why is that thing not despawn when Lonoa is dead? Dead actually might have been able to like go around or something. He just got fucking swiped. And Ghost Rider is going to be up next. Negative, Ghost Rider. We don't have target info. Over. Trying to pursue. Over now. Psst. Could you guys even hear that well in the mic? I don't think you could. Ghost Rider though. Negative, Ghost Rider. Kid shot coming down to Chrysler. Is he gonna go for big damage? No, trying to juke around Chrysler. Does kick him and shout him. Malik a little bit early though. Chrysler is gonna be popping off cooldowns. It's gonna be a big Infernal, maybe Fear to follow into a Casbolt. No, actually Vanish coming out for Ghost Rider as it breaks out with his racial. It's gonna be Cheap Shot to follow off the Garrote though into a horror effect. Casbolt is gonna connect regardless into a Fear smoke bomb in the Fear though. That's gonna be Cataclysm to intrude onto Ghost Rider right now. Needs to step out of the smoke, trying to get more damage into Chrysler. Shadow Fury does get interrupted. Free Casbolts to follow off of that. Does get a close shot, I think a little bit early, so Ghost Rider is still taking a bit of damage. Is now going to disconnect from Cries. I think he should have stayed on him the whole time, because now that he has no dodge, but he has the pet attacking him the whole time. Can go for the pet CC in a moment. Doesn't have Vanish or nothing. Chrysler gonna hit him with a come flag, but that's gonna be a blind though into pet CC. He's just stuck there waiting for his own demise. Now he has a trinket though. Into a Malik into Ghost Rider. Chicken for Chrysler into come flag again. Ghost Rider just has nothing from there. I think he should have stayed on him the whole time during that big old vendetta. Into a Dark Spine right now, getting back-to-back stuns. Going to be a Trickster play style versus Chrysler. Big gouge, stun, and kick. He's going to have a lot of CC to work with, though, as long as he can stay on him and cycle his cooldowns properly, which he's going to go for a Cloak of Shadows right now. Does kick Chrysler into a Fear. Sage Chick coming out a little bit early. Chrysler's trying to slow him down. Shadow Fear to follow. He's going to eat a Chaos Bolt to the face. Into a Fear to follow. Into another Chaos Bolt to the face. Is Dark Spine done? No. I think he's going to get himself a second heal going. Into a Fear right now. 22% dampen. Another Chaos Bolt. Actually, somehow he's able to break out of the Chaos Bolt, though. It still did a bit of damage to him. That's going to be a Blade Dance just to get up to Chrysler. He's going to get a stun to follow. That's going to be Chrysler actually going down. As Darkbind does the pet CC as Chrysler dies. Next up is going to be Zooey picking up that eye. It doesn't work. Darkbind another reset, man. He sees him. He knows where he's at. He's going to get a Vanish in there. Sap to follow. Oh my god, that's going to be Dirks though. Got himself a quick kill early on. Killing spree with a Maledict to follow into Dirks though. No trinket available. Does get a stun onto Dirks, but that's going to be disarm into Zakadium. Dirks without a lot of health to work with. Does get a gouge. Tsukada could maybe be a blind, maybe? Could try to blind him, maybe. Maybe? Disarm coming on to Dirks. Can't fight back. Grapple hooking out of there, just trying to range him out. Maybe pistol shots to follow. Does get a stun to Zui. Trying to see if he can force a trick out of Zui. Not gonna happen. It's gonna land on regenerating. Regenerating, doing work. Zui gets up close. Gouge to follow. Does get a slow. Does get a stun on Dirks, though. Doesn't have cooldowns to work with unless he got a bunch of procs. Does he get those procs, though, that he needs? Mark for death. Killing spree coming out for Dirks Blind into a gouge. Looks like the roles have been reversed. Dirks is gonna go for that massive killing spree. Blind coming out to Zui. Does have a parry up and running. Does Dirks have a stun to follow? No. Get stunned up by themselves, actually. Stun onto Zui and is just trying to run away from Zui himself. Vanish to follow, and Zui's gonna have to go for the second set of eyes right now. Before Dirks can get himself a second concoction roll and does get himself a second heal. Does Dirks get himself a re-stealth? Sap it to Zui. Grapple hook coming out. Pistol shot to stop the reopener. Very well done by Zui. Does get the melee damage in there now. Stun coming onto Dirks. Does get himself a reroll into a killing spree. Full stun killing spree. Big damage to follow that into a disarm. Dirks doesn't have any way to respond to this. Does he have any damage to turn around? Does he have a stun for Zui? Does he have a good buff to follow as well? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. He's still running from him though. Does get himself a little bit of a heal. Sippy cup into a disarm into Zui. Does get some damage into a stun onto Zui. Maybe that's enough to do something. No killing spree to follow though. Zui does get a stun. Looks like it is gonna be full stun. Dirks is actually gonna have to be forced to trick it out of this though. Into a Maledict of the Zui. He collects the shadows and immediately parry coming out for Dirks blind into a blind. Dirks doesn't have a lot to work with here. No self-heal. Does leave. Hate to see it, boys. Hate to see it. That's gonna be a pooch. Last man standing versus Zui. Gonna get sapped up in the opener. That's gonna be Demon Hunter versus an Outlaw, and I think the Outlaw definitely has advantage. Maledict early on to pooch right now. Gonna get some resources going into a stun onto Zui, into an eye beam to Zui. How about anything to follow of that? That's gonna be disarm. Pooch is gonna be kind of low on damage he could work with. It's gonna just fly up in the air. Zui's gonna vanish. Doesn't want to deal with the rain from above. And Pooch is gonna have to use the eyes to see and hopefully find Zui early. Does he use him? I think just as he used him, he got sapped on it though. He does see where Zui's at. I think he's looking kind of in his direction. It's hard to tell with sap sometimes. Oh yeah, it does look like his head is tracking him. He does have him targeted for a moment. Cheap shot to follow by Zui. Does get a roll the bones. Not the best. Oh, he does get a shark buff though. Tricking for Zui off the stun. Tricking for a pouch. That's going to be killing spree for Zui. Does get stunned up on the killing spree, which actually gets some big damage to Zui. This way parry is going to be available. Save to trick and proc it up as well too. 47% dampening. Zui needs to get himself some heals rolling. And Pooch just needs to find a way to finish off Zui. Does go for a metamorphosis. Whatever he sees Zui is going to throw at him. Does dodge it into a gouge. Zui could maybe get a pistol shot in this. He's trying to get away. He's continuing to stay in the fight. Stun coming on to Pooch. Is that going to be enough though? Does get a mark for death run through. Demon Hunter is going to go for Bay Dance. Disarm into stun onto Zui. Goes up in there. Is that going to be enough to finish him? Actually does have enough. Oh my god, as he went for a vanish. Push. How do you call it? Push. Pooch. I don't even know what your name is. You're the winner. Woo. Goddamn, boys. That was awesome.